any negligent part of an advocate, and that negligent part of is failure to attend to your client's matter. It is a professional misconduct that you'll be disciplined and your license can be barred. Saying that LSK issued a notice for strike, there is no provision under the Law Society of Kenya to call for a strike. That is an industrial action that is not based on any law. LSK can only picket and demonstrate under Article 37 of the Constitution. Therefore, LSK has no mandate for an industrial action. Advocates cannot go on strike. The parameters of law are not there. Therefore, any advocate who failed to take up his matter today in court and the matters have been dismissed, the clients will take disciplinary measures against you as an individual, because we have been paid by clients. Some of the matters that we are dealing today, for example, the ELC matters, a date that was given last year that was coming up today. If you missed today, your client incurs costs for another year. Number two, some orders that needed to be extended. Some of our clients have interim orders preserving auctioneers not to auction their properties. The banks are waiting. The orders were not extended. Who is going to compensate those clients that paid Danstan Omari? LSK will not compensate those people. Free. Some matters like adoption. Foreigners have flown in to come and conduct an adoption process. Who is going to meet the costs of those issues? Clients have that's the Kenyan public, and our clients have no role in the fight between the Law Society of Kenya and the judiciary. When you look at the bulky of the advocates, where do the advocates practice? 98% of the advocates practice in the tribunals, in the small claims courts, and the magistrates' courts. How many advocates have appeared before the Supreme Court? So this is a contest between those senior advocates who have a preserve of practicing in the Supreme Court. That's where the war is. What does a young advocate who was admitted yesterday know about the Supreme Court or the Court of Appeal? So let us really see the issues that are there. Number three, I have asked this question severally. Where is the mandate of the Law Society of Kenya to deal with employment and disciplinary measures of judicial officers? Is LSK having the powers to investigate? It doesn't have. The investigatory powers of the judiciary, of JSC is there. The ESCC is there. Today, a magistrate was arrested. And the normal procedures of anybody who has been arrested, he will be taken to court. So this blanket argument that we need to put this, the judiciary on account, it does not argue well with what we are doing. We know the rule of law. Access to justice is a fundamental right for everybody, Kenyans or foreigners. Are judges not entitled to access the courts? Which courts do the judicial officers, are they to go? Are they to go to Uganda? Are they not entitled to fair administrative action? It is even now going to go to how many judicial officers are there, how many paralegals are there in the judiciary, clerks in the judiciary. Do they have a right to have a day in court? So this is a serious issue. When you look at the disciplinary committee, how many advocates have cases at the disciplinary committee? Thousands and thousands. have they been barred from appearing before courts?
That's also my next question.
Because
Can they take a disciplinary action against you that participated in court?
they have no power. They have no power to discipline any advocate who went to court, under which provisions of the law have said there is no powers vested on LSK to call a strike. And when there is no power, check all authorities worldwide. Have those members who have refused to enter into a strike ever been punished, ever been disciplined? Then let them. We are waiting for that. If they want to serve us with show cause letters why we represented our clients, our answer is so simple. LSK has never given me a client. It has never paid my fees. The people I am answerable to is here. Can this be a gross misconduct? Under Article 10A, were we called to participate in the decision to call a strike? Which meeting has the media been called? We are over 22,000. Were we summoned? And we agreed that this is a decision to take. So let us not trivialize this matter. This matter is, and I'm saying very clearly without pinching my eye, this is the politics of removal of judges. We had the similar process, the Ringera process, where there was a blanket condemnation of members of the judiciary and they were removed. This is another phase. Behind the LSK move, there are politics that is being played about it. That to me is what I'm saying, that let us respect the judiciary. If you have an issue, appeal that decision. Conservatory orders, how many of those presidents of the Law Society of Kenya, former and sitting, have conservatory orders? Very many. Very many have. Why is it mkuki kwa nguruwe ni mtamu, ikifika kwa binadamu ni uchungu? Let us not use double standard. Advocates have conservatory orders against the DPP, against the disciplinary committee. Judges have conservatory orders because they are also protected under the law. Prosecutors have conservatory orders. Everybody has a right to have a conservatory order. Let us not trivialize this matter, and anybody, and there is a serious issue. Young advocates, your employers, if they call you, if you refused to go to court today, you'll be sacked. Will LSK employ the advocates who are going to lose jobs today? Because my advocates must go to court for them to earn salary. We don't get handouts like politicians. We are not goons who get handouts. We are people who earn after working. So, countrywide, have seen the LSK brigade coming to intimidate courts that stop the proceedings. If the judiciary is seated, your members have refused to go on strike, why should you come to court to tell the magistrate, stop the proceedings? If your members have defied you, I have defied you, Omari was in court, why should the president of LSK and the council come before a magistrate? Why couldn't they risk going to the High Court? They would have been cited for contempt and they would have been jailed, because you cannot come to disrupt proceedings in court, whether you are the president of the Law Society of Kenya, whether you are a former president of the Law Society of Kenya. What is the difference between the goons who come to court here and make noise? What is the difference? It does not make any difference. If you have called a note and you have said there is a strike, let the people comply. When they have refused to comply, you don't come to eject them. That one is, that is now the conduct and becoming of the officials of the Law Society of Kenya, and also those ones who have served LSK and they have left. Let them not still have a hangover that they still are in leadership. We know the Law Society of Kenya, the people we elected, we respect them, but we differ on this.